it's eating away my conscience, because on one hand I would be consulting for big pharma, on the other hand I would be putting out these stories on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and I just couldn't square that anymore. And then I started speaking out at work.
James Lee's with us. Hey James, how are you?
What's up, Jimmy? Thanks for having me on the show.
James Lee, maybe you know him. I've featured him on the show many times. He's an independent investigative journalist, creator of the popular YouTube channel 5149 with James Lee, where he produces content on topics such as unions, antitrust, the housing crisis, and international affairs, including a recent viral TikTok post discussing CIA propaganda spending through USAID. And he has a new show, which I was just a guest on yesterday, called... What is it called? Today-ish?
Today-ish. It's going to be the new Today Show. We're taking over.
People have been clamoring for a new Today Show.
Yeah.
People are like, you know what? I like the Today Show, but I want a new one. How did you get started doing what you do? So you do these amazing videos where you do deep dives on stuff and you expose corruption and all kinds of malfeasance by people in power, and so
terrorism against Israel.
What were you doing? That is terrorism against it. What were you doing before you started doing that?
I was a management consultant. I graduated from business school in 2018, NYU. Not a shout out to them, but it's just a fact. It's just a fact. And then I was doing management consulting. I was a supply chain specialist in big pharma.
Whoa. You sound like a Fed.
I mean, you can never know. But
and so, how did you stop doing? That sounds pretty lucrative.
It was.
You
very
went on
lucrative.
a date with James O'Keefe?
You ever been on a date with James O'Keefe?
Not that I know of. But
so that was lucrative.
It was very lucrative. But it was COVID that woke me up.
What do you mean?
So before that, I was traveling like 200 days a year because I was going to all these manufacturing sites around the world, trying to optimize their inventory, whatever. And then COVID hit, and I was at home all the time. And then I had a bunch of free time. And then that's when I started digging into stuff. And at the beginning of COVID, I wasn't anywhere near, I don't think I'm even fully awake now, but I was very much of like, oh yes, we have to lock down, we have to mask up and, be kind to each other and to do the vaccine and everything like that. And then it's slowly throughout that year, I'm like, I don't think they're telling the truth. And so I started digging into stuff, and then I just started posting things online. And then that's how I got started in this whole thing.
And that was that. And then, so you quit your job? Are you still doing it?
I was still doing it up until 2023 when it became unviable to do both. I was telling Steph off camera, I was like, man, it's eating away my conscience, because on one hand I would be consulting for big pharma, on the other hand I would be putting out these stories on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and I just couldn't square that anymore. And then I started speaking out at work.
Oh, really? And how'd they take that?
Not good. That's yeah. Because
what was the company? Can you tell us the company? Or is that a
I'm
secret?
technically under an NDA, but you were highly encouraged to take a particular product from this big pharma giant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably too much of a good way.
Yeah. Wow. So you're working for the biggies.
I was wearing, and now whatever. Fuck it. I'll tell this story since I'm here. So I was doing this report for them, and we were doing an inventory analysis of all of their biggest products. And one of their products was this particular one that we were all told that it was very, very important to take. And this was in like 2022. And we turned in this analysis, and we said, hey, you have hundreds of millions of dollars of this that's going to be sitting around at the end of the year, just projected. And then that's when the CEO then went on, news station and said, well, you guys, we got to do another round of this. And that's when I knew,
no kidding.
I think this is bullshit. And I was like, I'm done. I'm out. Because you tell me what that's all about.
So you found out, you told the company that you're going to have all this extra product meaning vaccine vials?
I can't say that's but
and then the CEO, someone whose last name rhymes with Horla,
yeah,
went on TV as a spokesman for a company that rhymes with Budweiser.
Yeah.
And said, we got to do another round of boosters for the COVID. And then you said, that's it, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And so did Did they give you a severance?
They did. So I was actually, I spoke up and I said, hey man, I don't think it was on a different issue. And then
spoke up about something?
I spoke up about something. It was not related to this, what we're talking about. And then I was very quickly removed from the project.
Really?
Within a few weeks. And I had been working on this project for a number of years.
Oh, wow. Well, they don't mess around.
No. And then I was assigned to a different thing. And then within 4 or 5 weeks of doing that, they said, yeah, I think this is not a good fit for you because you're doing too many typos and things like that.
Ah.
Literally on there. It was like, oh, too many typos. And I'm like, I guess at that point, because the partner of the project called me in one-on-one meeting. He was a very nice guy. And he was like, hey, James, in 5 years, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I was like, not here. And I was just so on. I was like, not here. And then that's when I got the boot out the door. But I did get a good severance out of it.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so you started making videos for, was it TikTok or Instagram?
I started on YouTube doing videos, and then I moved over to like TikTok when it was booming during COVID. And then more recently on Instagram, and then I got on X. So I'm everywhere now, but it was through that.
And so you were able to make a living doing those kind of videos?
Not until probably this year, I would say. Before then, I had a side job going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a secret?
It's not really a secret. No,
okay.
It was my family business.
All right.
Yeah. So then I was helping my mom out on the side, and I said, hey, I'm going to try to do this work, by the way. I just need some money to sustain, because I didn't want to take money from like, the Ukrainian media company or whatever. I don't want to do I had no sponsorships, nothing like that, just because that's not why I got in the game. I didn't get in the game to make money, because like I said, the consulting gig was quite nice.
Lucrative.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I didn't know you can make money off Instagram, TikTok, and
well, TikTok with the fund, right? Because you said you almost got monetized,
mm-hmm.
and for a while there, it was really nice, and then the censorship thing came in, and then they just killed it, and so now it's like more and more difficult
mm-hmm.
to do so, but it's still there. And then YouTube, obviously, through that monetization. So I've been just basically scraping together, and I also contribute to Breaking Points, which I think you're
it's a great show,
familiar with.
A great show. If you want to get something wrong. That's it. If you want to get the wrong,
not being a purist nihilist.
If you want to get the wrong information about COVID, because they were 100% wrong about COVID.
Were they? I didn't think they were.
No, they're telling people that you can. They told you to take the vaccine. They told you don't question it. Just do it. Take it. They were all for lockdowns. And then we find out that Crystal's got a company that her and her husband are making money selling homeschooling stuff as she advocates for lockdown. And
but they had Sagar on the other side who's countering that, right?
Yeah, I bet he looks like he's trapped every time I see him talking to one of these people. He looks like he's trapped.
And then they
looks like Sad Robbie on the hill with that Irish guy with the chipmunk teeth.
And they were pro Ukrainian war.
No, I don't think they're pro.
Oh, they were not now anymore, but at first they were for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, for sure. They fell for it again. They repeated CIA talking points again. Come on. Yeah. And then they also made fun of they repeated the propaganda from the CIA about Julian Assange pooping in his at the embassy, and how they don't want him there anymore because he's filthy. You remember that bullshit story they put out? They repeated that. And laughed about it.
And then they got their heads straight.
And then anyway, they're great. They do great
all
work.
These people are coming.
All I know is that they allow me to submit pieces without reviewing it. I just say, hey, I just email the producer and I say, hey,
it's great.
That's
a great place to work.
Boom.
It's great. It's great.
And there's full editorial freedom for me. So I'm grateful for them.
Say what's up to Sagar. Just Sagar.
Well, Sagar is the one who hired me. So
okay.
Yeah, I bet he was. I bet he's trapped there for some reason, dude, if I had to make an educated guess. If for some reason, there's some contract or something where he can't go.
Well, sometimes people like a good debate. You know what I mean? I think you don't want to be in an echo chamber, right, Kurt?
No, but you know what? It's funny. I'm like, I'm a clown, a birthday clown for a living, so I don't ever have to worry about blurting out the truth and making it Like, I never have to do this. Is that the hill you want to die on? You know how people say that?
Yeah.
Well, kill me on the hill, motherfucker. Well, I don't give a shit. I got another job.
Well,
I
they
don't
were at
wanna
the
have a
hill before. Speaking of the
relationship
hill,
with
they were
power.
on the hill, at the hill.
Yeah, I know. And
Remember
the show was better
Crystal
when they're at the hill.
Talking
Really?
about vaccine with RFK, how
Yeah, remember how she had
shameful
that interview with RFK and how she was just repeating complete bullshit propaganda from Big Pharma? You don't remember that?
I remember that one. Yeah.
Okay, you remember that,
That
one.
was
That one,
Yeah,
really
that was bad.
that was.
That was bad.
Well, you know, she could go, hey, I know I'm wrong now. You know, anybody that says that, such as Tucker Carlson.
Such as Tucker Carlson.
I'm ashamed of what I used to say. Well, all right. If you're saying something that's not wrong, then I'm with you. But if you don't apologize and you act like you were always on that, then I kind of judge you for it, you know?
Yeah,
It's hard. I mean, they allowed me to put whatever I want on there,
That's-
so that's
good. Good for you. At least they're paying you, right?
they're paying me a little bit.
Nice. Look at that. I'm glad someone's paying you. All right.
Thanks,
Everybody,
Jimmy.
check out James Lee's work. You can check out his new show, Today-ish.
Today-ish, you can follow me there on YouTube, as well as 5149 James Lee everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Don't go to TikTok because fuck TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Fuck TikTok.
yeah, I'm done with them.
Yeah,
But
they're done with me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
try to
never
get
got
you. I'm gonna try to
started.
get you restored. But if you're doing
If you can get me restored, I'll pay you.
okay, that's
How
a deal.
about All right.
Maybe I have to review what you said because what happens is like they'll go in and they'll pull up transcript of everything you've ever said.
Okay.
This is why I heard the review and it's like, oh wow. But depending, I don't know what you've been saying.
You heard the shit I
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
You know what I say. Yeah.
We have another.
Yeah.
You
I'm
have
one of these
another
guys that's too much
active
of a
account.
purist and a nihilist, as the great Crystal Ball once
Yeah,
mentioned.
give me the handle of the original,
Yeah.
the OG.
Somebody sent me a video. Crystal refers to me as a purist and a nihilist. So that's nice. I'll take it.
Because
Purist
she
means
don't know what nihilist means, Jimmy. She thinks it's the thing from Big Lebowski.
she thinks it's
which we don't
yeah.
care about
But-
nothing. That's not what that means, Chris.
That's not what it means. It's not what a nihilist is. Of course,
A
she doesn't
moral
know.
purist. Unbelievable.
She has to try to find a derogatory term for people who won't support the democratic evilness. And of course, she's all her and Malibu Kyle are always going to tell
You
you.
guys used to be like good buddies, huh?
Oh, we used to be friendly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say we were good buddies, but we were friendly. And until he stuck
I mean,
a
he
shiv
really
in me.
turned his message around fairly quickly from
He-
what he used to say.
Yeah, he
I
took.
mean, there's plenty of Kyle versus Kyle videos out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Have you seen those Kyle versus Kyle videos? Those are. I don't know how you could show your face in public after somebody does a video about you like that. That's unbelievable.
Was Crystal his first girlfriend or something? This guy is whipped. Kyle, time for your bath.
Well, there was that one video many years ago of Kyle just
Calling her
making-
stupid.
Yeah, because when she was on MSNBC.
Yeah. And there's Kyle calling, oh, you're so stupid, he's saying. So that's funny. But anyway, I'll take the purist if it means I don't sheep herd people back into a pro-war, anti-worker party, which is what Crystal Ball and Kyle do. Yeah. But anyway, I'm glad you have a job. And what I like is that whenever you post something over there, I can immediately use it. So it's like they're paying you for nothing. It's not exclusive. So whenever they post or you post or anybody posts something via their, I can just use it immediately, and they can't do anything about it. And so yeah,
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it's not a zero-sum game out here. You use the stuff. Get the message out
All
there.
right.
I am.
I was going to call you a nihilist if you weren't fine with it.
yeah, okay.
And that's
All right.
bad. Is that bad? That's not bad.
I guess I have to look it up.
Anyway, it's great to have you, and it's great to meet you. And thanks for coming
having me
in.
on, Jimmy. I appreciate it.
James Lee does great work, I can say. I've never seen James Lee do work that I thought was bad.
Me too. Me too. He's done some great work. Come see us on tour in Rutherford, New Jersey, New York, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Appleton, Wisconsin, Rosemont, Chicago, Louisville, Kentucky, and Fort Wayne, Indiana. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.